How we doing, everybody? I got a new game that I wanted to try out. A friend recommended it to me. It's called Doki Doki Literature Club. I have no idea what it is, so this may be shit. Let's see what it is. Let's get into it. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Okay. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. Wow! Look at that! Okay. I'll do a game. I will be Howie. Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Okay. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Howie. What am I doing with my life? Why? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Howie, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our mini conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd just die if the thought of you becoming a NEET? What the fuck's a NEET? In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try it later? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Isn't that what we just said? Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Oh, wait. Goddammit. That's me. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in.
Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Aha!
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
No what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm coming to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning she has to have this all planned out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
What am I doing? What is this game? Why are we getting cupcakes with Sayori? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sounds about right. I'd sell my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the literature club. It's pleasant meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy?
I'm never gonna remember all these voices. I can't do it.
Way to kill the atmosphere.
There's another one! Fuck!
Ah, Howie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
What am I doing with my life? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. Natsuki. Natsuki? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right.
It's great to... Why did I give Monica that voice?
It's great to see you again, Howie.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class year together. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. This is like real life. What happened?
Come sit down, Howie. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. It's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuke and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuke grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuke proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da!
Ah!
Natsuke lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
You're so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuke.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get some icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuke is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. I can't fucking say names. Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Why is everybody I thought you technically did, Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you know, you dummy.
All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy to hear, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics in the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow like this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Howie, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have any good way of answering that. Manga?
Yes, you got a girl right in front of you. What's your answer for the best thing you like to read? You couldn't say something like, oh, I like horror, I like fiction. You go straight for the manga.
Natsuke's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorite things are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But I like a lot of things. Story with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how writers can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with Rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, well, then I can't really put that down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say that out loud. Give that back.
Fine. Your cupcakes were your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Suri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her head on her shoulder.
I'm not cute. I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share sometimes?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
Okay. I have an idea for everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yay, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Howie?
Monica smiles warmly once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now we're back on the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Howie!
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. So kawaii!
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring them to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Howie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food.
Hey, Howie, since we are already here, do you want me to walk home with you?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed late after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
God, my throat is gonna be dead after this. Alright, guys. That is all the time that we have in this episode. If you like anime, waifu girls, and fucking weebs, please click like and subscribe. Share my videos. It definitely helps me out. I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace!